にぶつ切りの8本足が入ってる。これ。お約束だ。
喉が熱くて火を吹きそうだ。これ龍神族専用じゃないのか？
そうかもな。ちなみに上のふわふわしてるやつは生きてるからな。内臓を食い破られないようによく噛むんだぞ。
もう飲み込んじゃったよ。
To put it simply, to put it bluntly, I did not like episode number 3. So I understand the concept behind it. This episode was an introduction to kind of iron out the story, which was 𝐒𝐿𝐴. Kieran, however you want to say her name. I'm sure I'm screwing it up, but I'm going to call her 𝐒𝐿𝐴. And she was, one of the dragon-born dragon race people here. And we got to see all 3 of the other stories that enveloped and that happened, right? So we got to see all 3 of the different characters here who, we got a walkthrough of all of them. But when it came to 𝐒𝐿𝐴, we didn't get her story, right? So we saw Tiana and her gambling addiction. We saw Zem and his lady problem. We saw Nick and his idol issues. But when it came to 𝐒𝐿𝐴, we kind of really didn't get a real deep dive like we did the other 3. So that's why they dedicated a whole entire episode to. Now, to really dive in on why I didn't like it, this basically, I can sum it up as this. 𝐒𝐿𝐴 was a part of a party. And the reason why I don't like it is because I just simply, it's stupid. And that's my problem with it. But essentially, 𝐒𝐿𝐴 was part of this party of 4. And we learned that the dragon race, their job, basically the reason for their existence, for whatever reason, I don't know who established it, but the reason for their existence is to serve under the person that will become the hero. That's their existence, is they're meant to serve the hero who will save the world or whatever. I guess it's a reoccurring thing in this world. Demon Lord appears, hero takes it on over and over again, right? So that's their job. So she was working for this blonde dude named Kalios. And essentially, the bare minimum goes like this, is she was working for him, doing a great job. He seemed to be the next person in line to be the hero, or, a hero candidate potentially. She was all goo gaga over him. For whatever reason, he decided to screw her over, get her poisoned, say that she died, leave her in a dungeon, and just peace out. And that's basically her story. Now, the part that I don't like is it just simply makes no sense, right? You have this person in 𝐒𝐿𝐴 who was extremely powerful and extremely dedicated to you, right? And I'm talking about the idea behind this Kalios person, right? If I'm Kalios and I'm a hero candidate, or I'm a person who, I'm in that realm, right, of conversation of a person who could maybe be considered a hero, a next hero, a hero of a town, whatever regards, is I'm an adventurer and I'm working for money, right? And I'm getting hero-like type jobs. If I'm that kind of person, and I have found somebody like 𝐒𝐿𝐴 who is dragonborn and who is extremely powerful and who typically makes missions easier and better, and she's dedicated to me, probably even on like a romantic level at some point, right? If he were to push the envelope there, I'm sure there could be some kind of romantic, type relationship other than just work related to be there too, right? If I'm this person, why would I screw over this 𝐒𝐿𝐴 person, right? He told her to, hey, leave your luggage, because he wanted to jack her stuff, right? He wanted to jack her stuff, and he wanted to kill her, and he wanted to take the kill and credit for the mission and the money, you know what I mean? Like, he wanted basically just to steal her life and kill her, which makes absolutely no sense. Now, on the one side that you think about it, like, okay, well, maybe he was threatened by her. Maybe his manhood, his pride, whatever the case was, maybe he was threatened by her. Well, on that case, she's not the only Dragonborn in this world, so that means you're going to be threatened by the whole race of Dragonborn. So that's a whole issue in itself, right? She's definitely probably not the strongest Dragonborn. Maybe she's one of the strongest, but she's probably not the strongest. So it means there's other individuals who's stronger than her, which means that they're stronger than you. So that makes no sense, right? Maybe she just had a lot of money saved up. Well, maybe you just wanted to jack her money. But again, because she's a workhorse, she's dedicated to the hero, because she, whatever, why would you do that? It's just simply, the whole premise behind her getting screwed over makes absolutely no sense to me. Otherwise, it just being a pride thing from this Kalios dude, just being an asshole kind of thing. Like, it just, it frustrated me, and it just makes no sense. Like, I get it in concept, and I understand the reason, like, oh, she needed to be screwed over for a storytelling perspective to kind of push her agenda forward into this new party that's going to save the world or whatever. But it just made no sense to me. And like, if I've acquired somebody who is of the opposite, gender that I'm interested in, assuming, who is dedicated to me, mind, body, and soul, who is extremely strong, who's a workhorse, who can make my missions easier, who can bring in money, who I can put on the front line and just kind of support and defend. And like, I cannot wrap my mind around why someone would screw that person over. Like, what was your end result? Just to get her money and the mission complete and the monster that she killed? Like, I don't know. It's a silly thing, and I know I'm really honing in and harping on this one thing, but it's just so stupid that I just did not like it whatsoever, and it just makes no sense to me. You could disagree with that. You could be like, oh, you could be has some deeper meaning. You can say whatever you want to be. Say in the comments. Let me know why you think that my take is dumb. I'm always welcome to having an opposite opinion, but I just did not like that at all. So I'm ready just to get over it because I think it's gonna get better again. I just didn't like that we dedicated a whole episode to a shit premise. Okay, the rest of the episode I thought was cute. She followed a solo diner. His name was the Fifth. He was basically a solo player. He was like, Kirito, just solo man over there. I thought that was cute. She followed him and got some good tips from him on life and stuff. She basically felt better afterwards. And now this is just catapulting her to be closer to Nick and the rest of the party, which I think will be really good for her as well, too. I love how Nick casually met with the idol girl that he idolizes, essentially, to talk about what to do about her pendant and stuff. And then the episode ended with them just drinking at the bar and then taking on a mission that is going to be they have to go get like a holy sword or something like that in a labyrinth, which is going to catapult them, as the announcer said, into kind of like their saving the world agenda mission is going to be. It's kind of like this is going to be the catapult to that as they explore the new labyrinth. So I think it's going to get better from here, but I think episode 3 sucked. So I'm just going to put that energy out there. So let me know what you guys thought of this episode in the comments below. Let me know why you disagree or agree with me. Let me know what you thought about the premise, and let me know what you think about overall on how you're feeling 3 episodes in, because the 3 episode rule is done. All right, I'm going to see you guys next week. Peace.